Hello, my name is Brian Leduc, and I am going to be reviewing a video editing application I think is great for YouTubers or anyone who wants to create a professional looking video. There are several video editors out there, but ones like Premiere and Final Cut Pro are quite expensive and involve steep learning curves. There are others like Corel Video Studio and Cyberlink PowerDirector, but they only run on Windows. You can also find advanced free video editors like Resolve and HitFilm for both Windows and Mac. But if you want something simpler that can still produce advanced editing without steep learning curves, then I recommend Movavi. I previously came from Wondershare Video Editor, and I've been using it for years. That one later turned into Filmora. While it was very useful at the time, I realized it didn't fit my needs. It had limited track options, it couldn't pan and zoom, and it had a hard time rendering a lot of advanced edits. A lot of those advanced edits resulted to a lot of skipping. This is what the interface looks like when you first launch Movavi. At any time you want to change your project settings, just click on this pencil icon. Over here is kind of like your library. Right now we are in the Import tab, and you can import example sound clips, songs, graphics, video clips, and then over here is your Filters tab, Transitions, Titles, Stickers, and Callouts. And anything extra you select, the previous tab will change to that. However, I like to keep it on callouts because anything additional you select can also be accessed in this gears icon, but the callouts option is not in that gears icon. However, you can click the gears icon right now because there is nothing on the timeline. Before you start your project, make sure you go into your preferences and check where all recordings are being saved. One negative thing about this software is that there is no media library. However, you can click and drag clips to your timeline, so it would be better to have your personal folder serve as your media library.
What do you want? What are you doing? This isn't my shop!
Commonly in video editors, you can right-click a clip to separate audio from the video. In Movavi, it is just a simple click and drag.
What do you want? What are you doing? This isn't my shop!
You can copy your audio clip and reuse it again, and again. You have multiple audio tracks, multiple overlay tracks, and multiple title tracks. There are two types of audio tracks. The one with a link icon will stay in sync with your video. When you want to edit a selected clip, click on the gears icon. Here you have a variety of different tools. You also have an audio tab for different audio tools. Here you can change things such as the speed. You can even add cool audio effects.
What do you want? What are you doing? This isn't my shop!
If at any time you want to remove an effect, just click on this star icon, which indicates what effects or adjustments are there. I want to keep the pop art style, but I want to remove the glowing edges. So I'll just click on glowing edges and click remove. And it's the same for audio effects. Just click on the star icon and say what audio effect you want to remove. You can even add effects and adjustments to multiple clips at once. Now let's get into overlay tracks. Drag your clip above your main video track. It's a lot like layers. Now double click your clip, and now you'll see you can move your clip on top of your main video track. And you have different overlay options. You have side by side, picture in picture, and cover. Cover is good if you're doing Chroma Key. Have you ever watched one of those cop shows or maybe ghost hunting shows when there is a light that shows something moving in the background? That is called highlight and conceal, and you can do that in Movavi. For this example, I will split this clip into 3, and I will add an effect to the one in the middle. Just click on the gears icon and scroll down to where it says highlight and conceal. And right now it's on conceal, so I'm going to change it to highlight. And now I'm going to change the square to a circle shape, and I'm going to put the circle right over the gorilla. Now let's make this even better by zooming into the gorilla, and you can do this by going into pan and zoom. Now these 3 pictures right here, these are not 3 different options. These are just showing you what you can do. So click on the add button, and now from here you can choose whether you want to pan or zoom. And you'll do this by double clicking on those dots. The first dot is your starting point, the second dot is your ending point. You can even add animation in Movavi. Here are several PNG images of Fairy Blue, and now I want to animate them, so I'm going to click and drag them to my timeline. With all these clips selected at once, I'm going to click on the gears icon, and I'm going to change the duration. Not all images were shown, but you should get the true video preview once your project is exported. You can even import GIF files. I'm going to have Fairy Blue on an overlay track and the sky background on the main video track. So I will double click on the overlay clip, which is Fairy Blue in this example. And now I will have the option to have the overlay as cover. And now I'm going to go down to where it says Chroma Key. So I can set some transparent areas to this blue. So I'll click on this green square, select blue, but it also erased the blue in our dress. So now I will lower the tolerance until some of the blue comes back. And now I can also crop the image so I don't have these white bars here. But notice how she disappeared at the end of that animation? That is because the GIF file is shorter than the background image. So I'm going to create a freeze frame on that last slide. There, that looks better. This narrow video clip is not standard for video editing. You can either crop it or use pan and zoom. In this case, I'm going to be using pan and zoom, and I'm going to pan down. The starting pan point will be on the top, and the ending pan point will be on the bottom. Here you will notice different parts of the character's body I intentionally didn't draw. I did that on purpose because there was no need to draw them if I'm going to be panning. Something that can be done in the Plus version of Video Editor is Keyframe Animation. You can keyframe position, scale, rotation, and opacity. And if you find the right stock footage, you can import some pretty cool effects. To make picture correction, you scroll down here to where it says Color Adjustments, or you can click on this icon right here, and then you can make your adjustments in this panel here.
How are you doing, Shiloh? Want to go for a walk? You want to go for a walk? Hey, Shiloh, want to go for a walk? Let's go for a walk.
And in the Import tab, you can even create webcam recordings. Hey, how's it going? However, you cannot create a screencast within the video editor. That is a separate product, and you'll see that I do have Movavi Screen Recorder. It is what I'm using right now. And that concludes the video. Movavi Video Editor Plus is a great video editing program for YouTubers or anyone who wants to create a professional looking video. Thank you for watching.